Hello and welcome back to the 25Ks in GeoGuessr. We have got a new country, Kazakhstan. It's not that new anymore at this point. It's been out for a month or so, month or a half maybe. And someone recently asked me if I was going to do a 25K video on it. And I thought, you know what? I've got time now. Why not? Now, disclaimer, even though Kazakhstan has been out for a month or so, I think I've played like 4 rounds in Kazakhstan. So yeah, for me it's basically as if I'm just gonna play a country that I haven't played before. And I'm not sure how it'll go. The country's coverage is quite extensive. I think there's coverage pretty much anywhere on all the major roads. And some of those are very long through the middle of the desert. And I don't know if there are signs with distances on them. So we'll see. It is an intersection guesser map because, if it was just random locations in the middle of the country on long straight roads, which is not 25K. So we may have a slight urban bias here, but we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. And hopefully I won't be here for 7 hours trying to 25K. All right. Then let us get started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Well, it is an urban location. We did start at an intersection. So now it's just about finding signs. In those few rounds that I have played in Kazakhstan, I haven't really found anything apart from sometimes signs to different cities. So I also don't quite know yet what exactly to look for apart from those. Why don't we set a checkpoint there and see what that blue sign over there says. Okay. I don't think that's super relevant. This is also just an opportunity for me to see what could potentially prove useful information. Shymkent. Shymkent is a thing. Now the question is, this is just an ad. We might be there, we might not be there. Let me just see if the road, I mean, it could be that. I mean, this is a roundabout, so it wouldn't be here, but it could be somewhere like over here. What do we have here? A clothing store? That doesn't look like a clothing store. But either way, what we can do is, if it is that road, we can just continue that way for a bit, although I am curious. That's not going to be anything. Bathhouse. Is there a bathhouse here somewhere? I mean, not that I can tell. There's a bunch of streets that go the same way. It could be something like this as well, but this seems too urban. Kind of like it could be this road too. So I think the best thing for us to find is potentially a gas station that we can look for, because we know those will definitely be on the map. There's this high school for 10th and 11th grades. Okay, that might be the name of it, but I'm not sure. Okay, it is Damu Education. Bastaush or something? Mektevi. It's probably not Mektevi, but 125 High School? That's a different one. Is that something that stands out? Not immediately, no. What is that big building over there? Looks like some kind of theater, maybe. I don't know what it is. And this is just a long straight road. I think from what we're seeing here, it's long enough that it probably is one of those two. As long as we are actually in Shymkent. Warrenton nightclub. That might also be a POI. Dendro Park. Dendro Park. Could be a park. Could be not a park. Just be named like that. Okay, there is actually a curve. Actually, it's not much of a curve. Just because there's construction here. Okay, it does actually continue that way. But there is something over here. The question is it a bridge? Well, yeah, of course it's a bridge. Is it for cars or for trains, basically? But this looks like a car bridge, I would say. I would guess. I think then it just kind of curves a little bit more. It's definitely not that. It could potentially be this. And then there'd be train tracks over to the left of it. There's this Adlet group. Doesn't look like it. Also, this looks too straight almost. But that is the Dendro Park. So I feel like it kind of almost has to be this. Oh, there's the Izumi clothing store. Yeah. Okay. This we've got here. So another thing is we actually came from quite far over to the west. So surely right around there is a curve. Yeah, it's basically straight away. So we probably came out of this one. And that was the first sort of major intersection that we got. Then the question is, we don't have street names here, do we? No. So, how many side streets or intersections? We have 1. I'm going to actually say 2 for that and remember that I did that and called when we started on 1. And now we have 3 that way. Uh, 4. And there we are, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be it. So if we go south, we should have 1 and then a not 4-way as the next one. There's our 1. Well, I mean, that is still kind of a 4-way. Huh. That very much looks like this. So did I miscount? Is 1 not labeled? I can actually go over here. This is still an unnamed road. What would I expect? Actually, nothing much. A straight road until the end there. That would be the same for anything. You know what? I think I'll go back here and go a little bit further to see what the next one would be. Yeah, here we have the one that goes east, the one that goes west. So that's this. So yeah, we have to start it here. Can I confirm this somehow? I mean, this looks like a sort of a long building. Would match up here. Building is probably just not on the map. This kind of little square could be this. So I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Yeah, there you go. Okay, round 1 done. Let's see what the rest has. This is probably quite a bit easier to pinpoint, even though, you know, the last one wasn't difficult to pinpoint. It just took a bit of time. The question is, will we find information? What do we have here? Baberis, Aster, none of that seems particularly helpful. Bunch of car dealerships. We're probably like in a more industrial area on the outskirts of a larger city. Well, industrial is maybe the wrong word for it. There's no industry here, but it's kind of a commercial area. That's maybe what I should have said. Is there a blue sign? Wasn't there? Was it useful? Astana Center. Okay. That seems useful. Yeah, that seems pretty straight. Now, let's have a look. What could this be? This is just too desolate. There's nothing here. This doesn't line up. Something over here, there's also just nothing. This also doesn't line up. Neither does that. Okay, I think on first inspection we're not finding anything that really fits. It did say Astana Center, and whatever else it was to the north. What kind of gas station is that? M36. This is kind of a four-way, but neither of the other roads are particularly big. What do we have here? CNKZ. Not exactly sure what that is. Not. Oh, just a small one. Okay. A lot of gas stations here. Road is still perfectly straight. Okay, more. Both Almaty and Ekaterinburg. I mean, that just kind of, I think, fits for Astana. Gandhi. Because by Ekaterinburg, I'm assuming they mean that. Yes, okay, that's the entrance to Almaty. And this is a pretty large highway intersection. Could be that one. We don't really have... We have a couple gas stations here. There's an M36. But there's a car dealership as well. Okay, you know what? What do we have here? There's Helios gas station. Let's see. This one is fairly straight. It's not this. There's an Helios gas station. It could be that, I guess. That would make sense. There's also this kind of split up in the road here. I think it has to be. Yep, there you go. Okay. Round 2 successful. Not particularly quick, but successful. Rest zone. I actually want to kind of look at these signs. Nur Sultan. Okay, that's still Astana, just different. In 5 kilometers. Okay. We have at the start. We didn't really have much at the start. Kamas something. Yeah, just a rest zone. Mayberries. And there's another gas station. Which one's Sino Oil? I mean, the possibility that we're on the same road is not tiny. Like, there is a Sino Oil, but that's on the wrong side of the road here. That's the road angle match. It definitely does. There's a Sino Oil on the right side. Okay, let me go a bit further. Here we have a road going off to the north and kind of splitting up into two. Potentially this one. Do we have paradise here? Is this paradise? It doesn't really look like paradise. There is a bus stop. Are they marked here? They're not. Okay, but... Sara something. Sariaka? That definitely is Sariaka, yes. So we are here. The question is... What's the intersection? There's just like these tiny roads off the main road here, but I'm not even sure they'd be marked. It could be this. Not really too happy with that. What do we have here? This one is definitely on the map. There's a cafe Rival. It's not that. Well, the cafe is also not here. And I suppose it could be that road. That does have a turn off here. That may be that. And it also does have this little thing that may be this. And comes back around here. So I think that's good. Alright then. This could be problematic. We have a fairly big square-ish building over here. It's more of a rectangle. That could be this potentially. We have a fairly large intersection here. If we just assume that would be that and kind of go straight through here. I think we're around about there. Just kind of go straight past the edge here. I think I'm gonna have to trust in that being that building specifically. We are very close to this. We're so close to it though. There's no small building over to this side. What else do we have over here? Would any of that be on the map? What is this building here? Nothing we know of, really. That's the cafe, surely. Tea something. Skana. It doesn't say that. But it looks a lot like a cafe. If it was... I think we'd be a little bit more over here, but not too far. Look straight east and straight north. It's much closer north than east. I mean, that's fair. It's just how far do I judge the distances here? I think that's the best I can do. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Okay, good. Close enough. That works. Slightly scary, but we got there. Shelf. Shell's little brother. Why are there so many gas stations everywhere? There were some blue signs here. Towards Petropavlovsk and an airport. Okay. Petropavlovsk in 6. Welcome to Petropavlovsk. Okay. You know what? I've never heard of Petropavlovsk, so we'll have a look where that could be. Petropavl? That presumably? There's the airport. Where's the terminal? There's a... Yeah, okay. We're just here. Question is, this used to be a shelf station. And this is an Etalon station. So we're somewhere between the two of them. There's absolutely no intersection here, but that's fine. This is reasonably far away. Not super far, so I would say we are just about here. Yep, nice. And one more. Okay, that looks like it might take a little bit longer. Just to find a general... Do we even have a street name here? What was that? Maybe. Couldn't tell you. Monolith. Okay. More gas stations. So what I've figured out is in Kazakhstan there's about 1 billion gas stations. That's just an ornament, nothing. NFC Kazakhstan. Okay. And you just look for them when you're trying to pinpoint. We have Nurkai. What does that say? It's a Nur Sultan, sure, but what's this? That would presumably be the city we're in. It definitely starts with a P. But I don't think it's Petropavl. I know something. Pavlodar? That looks a lot better. Pavlodar it could be. So if we assume it is Pavlodar, it's kind of like a turn. I don't think it's that, because the road doesn't look that big. There we are. Yep. There's the monolith gas station, the NFC Kazakhstan. Do we have any side roads between us and there? There's one road that kind of comes off to the... Okay, we're here. This is that road. And we are fairly close to the intersection before it's... kind of where it splits up into two. Here? There we go. I mean, it does make more sense, but I was scared because, I don't know, for some reason, Kazakhstan, everything looks bigger than it actually is in terms of the streets. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just not used to the country yet. But if I just looked at this without having the street view coverage with me there, you could easily tell me that's like 100 meters. And I'd be like, yeah, sure, makes sense. In reality, that's just 9 meters, so the whole thing is probably about like 40. But yeah, that'll just take some getting used to. I think this round was pretty good. I mean, some of them were fairly easy. Round 3 was quite easy. I mean, round 2 wasn't that bad either. That was just a bit of a pinpointing thing. This was just finding the right gas stations. Round 1 was relatively straightforward. It was just kind of more so getting used to what it's like playing Kazakhstan. And then the pinpointing here is slightly more time consuming, at least. And yeah, round 4 was incredibly easy. And then 5, of course. If you find the city name, then there's not in Pavlodar. There are not many roads that curve like that. So yeah, there's basically the main road, which it kind of clearly wasn't. That's this curve that you could think is slightly similar, and then you've got this, and there you are. All right, so that was the 25Ks in Kazakhstan. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hope to see you guys again next time. Till then, bye bye.